With the release of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon, we've been blessed with a bunch of brand new Pokemon making their way to the Alola region that we didn't see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. However, with all of these new Pokemon making their way to the Alola region, a lot of them are going to be pretty weak. With that being said, today's video goes over the top 5 weakest Pokemon in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. Of course, this is all my own opinion at the end of the day, and it's completely cool if you guys disagree with what I say in the video. Don't hesitate though to drop a comment down below about the video and if you found it interesting or not. Don't forget to leave a like on this video too to show your support, and I'll be sure to bring out a new video very shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date, and follow my Twitter to hear updates about the channel. Both of those links can be found in the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. Kicking things off in the number 5 spot in today's top 5 video is Noibat. Now Noibat may be one of the cutest dragon type Pokemon around, but that doesn't shade away from the fact that it is also one of the weakest. This Pokemon only has a stat total of 245, having 40 HP, 30 physical attack, 35 physical defense, 45 special attack, 40 special defense, and 55 speed. So some of you guys may be like, hey, well, what about Caterpie? That only has a stat total of something like 195, and yes, you are correct, but at least Caterpie evolves into Butterfree relatively early at level 10. Noibat, unfortunately, isn't that lucky. Noibat evolves into Noivern starting at level 48, meaning you have to have a Pokemon with a stat total of 245 all the way up to level 48, and you catch this Pokemon in Verdant Cavern, which is the first trial, and you get him around level 8 or 9, maybe tops at like level 12 or something. So getting him all the way to level 48 is no easy task, and especially with these kind of stats, it's just not really helping Noibat out in the game at all. We all know how difficult Ultra Sun and Moon are as well, so with those kind of stats, it ain't helping you out. As well as that, this Pokemon has an awful move pool as well. His best damaging move is Razor Wind, but as we all know, Razor Wind is a 2-turn move, which is just not even useful when you've got these kind of stats. His best move apart from Razor Wind is Air Cutter and also Wing Attack, both doing 60 damage. He does learn Super Fang at level 43, but by that time you're going to be nearly getting a Noivern anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So you're stuck with moves like Absorb and Gust and Bite and stuff like that. It's just not helping him out. So yes, he does have a better stat total than some of the Pokemon in this game, such as Caterpie, but this Pokemon does not evolve until level 48, making him one of the weakest Pokemon that you can have near the end of the game, which is why Noibat takes the number 5 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming in at the number 4 spot in today's top 5 video is a legendary Pokemon. However, this legendary Pokemon can't be dealing any damage anytime soon, and it is Cosmoem. Now, Cosmoem does have the ability Sturdy, which is pretty useful, surviving on that 1 HP, that's really nice. However, it does only have a stat total of 400, having 43 HP, 29 physical attack, 131 physical defense, 29 special attack, 131 special defense, and 37 speed. However, the main flaw of this Pokemon is its move pool, only getting access to Cosmic Power and Teleport. And even if it did get any moves through Level Up or TM or anything like that, it only has 29 stat total in both physical attack and special attack, meaning that this Pokemon can only really breathe on you, and that's as much damage as it's going to be doing. But like I say, the main flaw of this Pokemon is the fact that it just doesn't learn any moves at all, so it can't actually do any damage. It just Cosmic Powers and Teleports, and you got to get it all the way up to level 53 in order to get that Solgaleo or Lunada who can actually do some sort of damage, but Cosmoem, again, is just not a good Pokemon. Like I say, the move pools just doesn't help it out. Statos, like I say, it can take hits with the defense, the really high defenses of 131 in both physical and special defense, getting those Cosmic Powers up as well. But what can you do if you're only taking, hits all the time? If you can't deal any damage back, then you're kind of just, a broken tool, which is why Cosmoem claims the number 4 spot in today's top 5 video. claiming the halfway point in today's top 5 video and making their way in the number 3 spot is of course Magikarp. Now I couldn't make a video going over the weakest Pokemon in the region if Magikarp's in the region and not having this fish on the list. We all know why Magikarp is just ridiculously bad. He only has a stat total of 200, and that is only high because of the speed stat. I don't say high as in the way that it's actually doing any damage, it's only like relatively not tragic. He has 20 HP, 10 physical attack, 55 physical defense, 15 special attack, 20 special defense, and 80 speed. Like I say, the 80 speed is the only thing that this helps out with this Pokemon. If it only had like 40 speed, it'd be having like 160 stat total, which would make it legitimately the worst Pokemon in the game stat-wise. Not only that, we all know that Magikarp just can't even do any damage anyway. Has Splash all the way up to level 15 where it does learn Tackle, but seriously, with that stat total of 10 in physical attack, you know, nearly single digits in a stat, like that's absolutely terrible. That's just not helping out this fish at all. We all know it gets his comeuppance so when it does evolve into Gyarados at level 20, and Gyarados is of course amazing with its move pool, its, you know, Intimidate ability, its Mega Evolution. It's always a good party when Gyarados is invited, but unfortunately Magikarp does not help himself out. Can't learn any TMs either, any HMs, nothing like that. He's just a really bad Pokemon. He just sits there with that confused facial expression looking like he needs his help, but he is never getting that help, which is why Magikarp takes the number 3 spot in today's top 5 video. Making its way into the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video is Wishy-Washy. Now, this may be quite a debated Pokemon making it on this list because it also has its school form, but we're only talking about its solo form because its solo form only has a stat total of 175, making this Pokemon's stat total the worst stat total ever found in any Pokemon game ever. Let's not talk about the school form that's rocking up to the party with a stat total of 620 because that's just a completely different question, but which is of course why this could be a debated Pokemon on this list. But like I say, we're only talking about the solo form. So seeing as it does have the least amount of stats out of every Pokemon ever, it's rocking up with 45 HP, 20 physical attack, 20 physical defense, 25 special attack, 25 special defense, and 40 speed. So this would be looking like a Magikarp without that 80 speed. But anyway, this Pokemon's moves, you know, they're not too bad, but with those stats, it's not great. It does get things like Aqua Tail, gets Dive, Takedown, Brine, Aqua Ring for that healing, gets Hydro Pump, Soak, Endeavor. Really nice, but again, not doing any help really with that really poor stat total of 175. TMs that this Pokemon gets are really good as well. Gets Earthquake, which is kind of crazy. Like, this is a very small fish. This fish is 0.3 kilograms heavy, it is 0.2 meters tall, and it can somehow create an earthquake, which just doesn't make sense. Like, that just doesn't. Like, it's a little fish causing an earthquake. Like, I don't even know where they got the idea from that from. I understand that it's for the school form, but the fact that the solo form can use it as well is just relatively funny. But anyway, Wishy-Washy's solo form is just so weak in this game. 175 stat total, not much more I need to say on it, just that it's just bad, really. At the end of the day, it's just bad, which is why solo Wishy-Washy claims the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video. Finishing things off though and claiming the number 1 spot in today's top 5 video is of course Cosmog. Now earlier on in this video, a couple of you guys might have been like, why is Cosmo on this list but Cosmog isn't, when Cosmog is a lot worse than Cosmo? Well, this is your answer, because Cosmog is that bad it had to take the number 1 spot, and I couldn't put Cosmo in the number 1 spot because it has pretty good defenses and it is better than Cosmog, but Cosmog is just awful at the end of the day. It only has a stat total of 200, having 43 HP, 29 physical attack, 31 physical defense, 29 special attack, 31 special defense, and 37 speed. So not great stats across the board, only having, like I say, a stat total of 200. Again, just like Cosmo, this literally just can't hurt anything, which is why it's on this list. Cosmog only gets the moves Splash and Teleport. Again, doing absolutely no damage or anything. It can't even get its defenses up by using Cosmic Power. It literally just doesn't do anything. In battle, this thing, it can Splash and it can Teleport, and Teleport doesn't do anything in a trainer battle, so you're literally just stuck in there with a Cosmog not being able to do anything. And not only only that, it evolves into Cosmo at level 43, which is so far as well. Such a tedious task to get this Pokemon up. I mean, you can use the XP share, you know, the Blissey SOS trick, whichever one you want to do. Either way, it's going to take a long time for Cosmog to level up to 43 into Cosmo, and not only then, it then has to get up another 10 levels into Solgaleo or Lunala, which is why you can see Cosmog is just the weakest Pokemon in the whole of the game, in my opinion. But that is why Cosmog claims the #1 spot in today's top 5 video. But with that, it does wrap up the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video though, please do leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Like I said at the start of the video, I would also love to hear your guys' opinions too on this subject, so be sure to leave them in the comment section below. I do have a couple top 5s coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you do have the time, and also subscribe if you do enjoy my content. That's everything from me though, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.